God is saying to you, stop scrolling for a moment. This is not accidental. If you felt a quick jolt or a soft nudge in your spirit right as this video began, hear me. You are being spoken to at a precise sacred moment. There is a seasonal shift unfolding in your life. And the phrase you need to carry with you is simple but powerful: divine timing. Today you are being named the 777th soul in a string of moments that heaven has been lining up for a long time. That number isn't random. It's a marker, a spiritual timestamp that says this is your appointed hour. It means that what you have carried, even the hidden weight, has a purpose, and that the moment for validation and movement is dawning now. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine twilight on the edge of a new dawn. A time when the stars are still visible, but the horizon is already shifting. In that thin hour, the world holds its breath because something new is about to be born. That's where you stand. You weren't chosen because you were flawless. You were chosen because you were faithful in the dark. The story written about you contains pages the world has never read. Nights of quiet prayer, mornings you forced yourself to hope, moments you loved someone who didn't deserve it. Heaven recorded those acts. Being the 777th soul means the cosmos has marked you for a specific unfolding. It is a divine baton being passed to you now. Run with it. I know some of you are carrying fresh wounds, and the faces of those who hurt you are still vivid. The message is clear. Healing is coming for you, and conviction is coming for the one who caused your pain. That may sound harsh, but justice in the spiritual realm often looks like an inner reckoning. The person who wounded you will stand before a mirror of their conscience, and the truth will find them. In the meantime, your role is not to pursue vengeance, but to trust the process. Your pain has been a refining fire, not a final sentence. While the other person contends with the consequences of their choices, you are being prepared to receive restoration, not as a reward for being perfect, but as an affirmation of how you chose love and integrity despite the hurt. Think of your past trauma-like elements in a laboratory. Picture a cosmic scientist gently combining metals, acids, heat, and pressure, not to destroy you, but to refine you. The chemistry was brutal but purposeful. Each blow, each betrayal, each sleepless night was an ingredient in a process that would transform brittle fragments of pain into something clear and strong. In alchemy terms, you weren't thrown away. You were distilled. That cosmic chemistry has been producing a crystalline version of your character. Solid, translucent, and precious. The cracking you felt was not the end. It was the sound of impurities leaving. What emerges is not merely healed. It is crystallized into beauty and resilience, refracting light in ways nothing else can. Now hold fast to this promise. Within 72 hours of you receiving this message, expect the sign. Not a vague feeling that maybe something happened, but a specific confirmation that your spirit will recognize. Sometimes that sign is small, a series of numbers that keeps appearing, a song that plays at just the right moment, a message from a person you thought long gone. Other times, it is a sudden opportunity, a door opening where there previously was only a wall. Signs arrive in many forms, but what they share is unmistakable clarity. You'll know because it will align with the deep ache your soul has carried. This is not superstition. It is a spiritual verification meant to anchor your faith and reassure you that heaven's decisions are already in motion. Guard your heart from skepticism long enough to receive this confirmation. It will tether you to the unfolding plan. When that sign comes, do not treat it as an end point. It is a threshold. The sign validates your journey up to this moment, but it is also the first ripple of a much larger tide. Think of a pebble dropped into a still lake. The first concentric circle is what you'll feel inside 72 hours. But those circles widen and soon the entire shore is touched. The initial validation will often be the most personal, the one that says, "I see you." After that, greater blessings and guidance will follow. Sometimes slowly, sometimes in a surprising cascade. Expect mentorships, financial alignments, sudden clarity about relationships, and doors opening that once seemed locked. The universe is arranging these elements with precision. Your readiness will determine how quickly you walk through them. You might be wondering, why was I the one who had to suffer while another seemed to walk away unscathed? The contrast is part of the mystery. The person who harmed you may feel momentarily unaffected, but time is a great revealer. When a seed is planted in bitterness, it eventually yields bitter fruit. When a seed of patience and love is planted in you, it grows into something that blesses generations. You, who chose endurance over rage, have earned an authority that cannot be bought or faked. Your experiences have written depth into your character. So while the others may face conviction, the pangs of a conscience awakened, the unraveling of manipulative control, or the sudden exposure of truth, you will find healing, dignity restored, and a new platform from which to help others who are walking the narrow road you once walked. This season is also a call to discernment. Not every person who appears at your door after the sign comes as a divine messenger. Some will be opportunists drawn to your light. Heaven's timing often brings both helpers and tests at once. That is why your inner calibration matters more than ever. Keep your guard up in wisdom, but not in bitterness. Ask God, the universe, or your own inner compass to help you distinguish between those who are meant to help and those who would exploit. One practical way to do this is to measure the fruit of their presence. Do they encourage your character? Do they push you toward integrity? Are they consistent over time? Divine help often carries humility. It does not demand that you compromise who you are to receive it. There is an urgency woven into this message that you should not mistake for panic. Urgency is not fear. It's preparation. Heaven's clock is precise and the invitation is to align your life so you can receive what's coming without stumbling. Begin now to clear clutter from your heart, old grudges, unspoken apologies, habits that dim your soul. Make room by giving away what no longer serves your trajectory. Spiritually, material ways, emotionally, prune what holds you back. A trimmed life moves faster and more gracefully through doors that open. I also want to speak to your doubts. Doubt is a natural human response when promises seem too big for the life you've lived. But remember, doubt did not stop the sun from rising. Doubt did not stop the rain. You are not being asked to leap without reason. You are being asked to step with faith that is informed by the sign you will receive. When the confirmation arrives, let it be the fulcrum that tilts your doubt into expectancy. Keep a posture of wonder and not cynicism. Expectancy is faith's posture when the evidence appears. There will be practical shifts, too. If your gift is vocational, expect doors opening in your industry, invitations to speak, or partnerships that accelerate what you already do in secret and with love. If your blessing is relational, watch for reconciliations, friendships that change shape for the better, or a mentor whose simple yes alters a timeline. If the area is financial, do not expect sudden frivolous wealth. Expect provision that matches destiny, money that positions you to steward purpose and to bless others, not to merely elevate ego. Blessings come calibrated to character and calling. Do not be surprised if the first signs are quiet. The spiritual world often begins with a whisper, a name dropped in a conversation, a prayer answered in a small way, or a door that opens just wide enough for the next step. These early confirmations are tender. They are heaven's way of saying, you are on the right path. Proceed. When you receive them, write them down. Keep a signed journal so you can look back and see the tapestry of confirmations forming. Those pages will become proof in seasons when fog returns. And you need to remember that this is more than wishful thinking. Another vital element of this season is gratitude. When validation comes, whether within 72 hours or soon after, receive it with thanksgiving. Gratitude is not merely a polite response. It is spiritual soil for growth. Saying thank you shifts your posture from entitlement to stewardship. It acknowledges that you are a participant in a larger divine orchestration and that every gift is an invitation to generosity. Gratitude also keeps your heart soft and your spirit available to the ongoing flow of grace. Now let me speak plainly. The journey that shaped you is not punishment. It was formed. Sometimes God or the universe allows pressure not to destroy you but to create a clarity impossible without it. Like a master jeweler carving away excess to reveal a diamond's brilliance. Your trials carved away what clouded your shine. That doesn't make the pain small. It makes the purpose profound. Your scars will become maps that point others to healing. Your testimony will carry credibility because it's forged in reality, not theory. As you move into the next few days, develop 3 spiritual habits that will help you steward this season. First, cultivate silence. Spend time each morning in stillness to listen. Second, practice small obedience. If you feel nudged to make a call, write a note, or step into a conversation, do it. Small acts of obedience are like turning a key one notch at a time until the lock yields. Third, build a council. Have 2 or 3 trusted people who will speak truth to you, pray with you, and help you discern what is truly from heaven and what is distraction. Community is the crucible where clarity often forms. There will be moments of testing as the other person faces conviction. You may be tempted to gloat or to hasten their judgment. Resist that. Your maturity will be measured by how you carry your victory. True triumph is quiet and generous. Use your restoration to create space for others to heal. If the person who hurt you shows signs of repentance, let grace be the tool you use to rebuild if rebuilding is wise. If they remain unrepentant, let truth be the boundary you keep for your own protection. I must warn you about one more thing. Breakthrough can bring drama. People will notice the shift. Some will cheer. Some will judge. And some will attempt to pivot your blessing into noise. Hold your focus. Keep your life anchored in prayer and humility. The louder the world gets, the quieter your inner life must remain. Let your daily rhythm be prayer, work, rest, and service. That rhythm is what sustains blessing and keeps it from becoming a spectacle. When the initial sign appears within those 72 hours, pause and take it in. Don't rush to the next thing. Celebrate. Call a close friend or your spiritual mentor. Thank the one who orchestrated it. That moment of recognition will fuel your faith for the larger days ahead. The sign is not merely for your eyes. It is a beacon for your soul and a confirmation that you are now walking in alignment with a larger plan. Finally, know this. This is only the beginning. The 777th soul marker, the chemistry of your trials, the 72-hour sign. These are starting points for a season of restoration, activation, and assignment. Greater blessings and clearer guidance are being arranged. Doors are scheduled to open and people are being positioned to intersect your life at precisely the right time. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel to reach 10,000 divine subscribers very soon.